Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, everybody. Donald Trump, if you're familiar with him, Donald Trump likes to talk about being a job-creating president, and a really big job just opened up because, and this is true, Fox & Friends is looking for a new head writer. Hold on. Somebody writes Fox & Friends? I thought they just got some monkeys drunk and gave them a Ouija board. A job like this does not come around every day. Keep in mind, and I am not exaggerating, this is the show that the president watches every morning to know what he thinks. A much more honest ad would say, job opening, most influential writer in the world, must be okay with having your most casual thought instantly turned into global policy, light doocy wrangling. Now, the ad actually says you have to have 4+ years of national or local market experience, must be willing to work overnights and weekends. So, more than the president. Plus, you need to have a passion for accuracy. Yes, accuracy. Accuracy should be more of a passion project because your job will be lying. Speaking of which, speaking of lying, there's more news about Russia's attempt to meddle in our elections. And this is a big one, because we learned that the Russians successfully penetrated the voter registration rolls of several U.S. states prior to the 2016 presidential election. Man, Russia was really working hard to be part of our election system. I just wish Americans felt the same way. And elections. Vote.
Yeah, vote. Hey!
You-da. And the Department of Homeland Security head of cybersecurity, Jeanette Manfra, explained which states were affected.
We saw targeting of 21 states, and an exceptionally small number of that 21 were actually successfully penetrated.
What do you mean, exceptionally small number of states? There's only 50 states. One state is 2% of all the states. Also, you know, the states aren't all equal in an election, right? Don't worry, only 2 states were hacked by the Russians, Florida and Ohio. Now, let's check out the results. Oh, my God. Now, on the bright side, officials assured us that there is no evidence that any of the registration rolls were altered in any fashion. So we know they got in, but they haven't done anything yet. I'm not sure that's better. Good news, Mr. Johnson. We know the herpes virus got into you, but it probably won't do anything. And it's not just the Department of Homeland Security saying the Russians did it. It's also the guy who invented that department, former U.S. president and former worst U.S. president, George W. Bush. Yesterday, at a conference in Abu Dhabi, he said, there's pretty clear evidence that the Russians meddled, and that's dangerous for democracy because our democracy is really only as good as people trust the results. For instance, did you know that during the Florida recount, the governor was my brother? That is messed up. And it's only going to get worse. My imitation is only going to get worse. According to the Secretary of State and Grandpa You Don't Visit, Rex Tillerson. Sexy Rexy, he lives so far away. Sexy Rexy says that Russia has already begun meddling in the 2018 election, and he's got some harsh words for them.
I think it's important we just continue to say to Russia, look, if you think we don't see what you're doing, we do see it, and you need to stop.
That's it, Sheriff Rex? You're from the Lone Star State. Is that the new motto down there? We see you messing with Texas, and you need to stop. But, we're gonna, shame. But come on, I mean, we're the United States. Everything's gonna be okay, right, tough guy?
Is the U.S. better prepared this time around than 2016?
Well, I don't know that I would say we're better prepared because the Russians will adapt as well. The point is, if it's their intention to interfere, they're going to find ways to do that, and we can take steps we can take. But this is something that once they decide they're going to do it, it's very difficult to preempt it.
Yes, that is the founding spirit of this nation. I'd prefer you not tread on me, but if you're going to do it, it's very difficult to preempt it. Wow. What can we do? I guess we keep the king. We're sorry. We tried to. I'm sorry. But don't you dare say the Trump administration is doing nothing, because they're doing less than nothing. In fact, 2 weeks ago, they declined to impose new sanctions on Russia in response to their interference in the 2016 elections because Tillerson's State Department said earlier sanctions already in place were serving as a deterrent. Well, which is it? Are the Russians deterred, or are they currently hacking the election? It can't be both. That'd be like President Trump pointing at the empty stands and saying he had the biggest inauguration crowd ever, or claiming he weighs 239 pounds and has a full head of hair. Up is down. Black is white. Day is night. Dogs are cats. And the only Republican telling the truth is George W. Bush.